against last place South Carolina in what was an uninspiring effort for the Cats. Denzel Aberdeen runs a point for Kentucky. Cats defense was good against South Carolina. They moved to 17-0 under Popeland, holding the opponent under 68. Meanwhile, Colin Chandler can't connect, but Malachi Moreno is there on the offensive glass.
Well, defensive breakdown for Vanderbilt, leaving a hot shooter open and then not finishing the possession. Nice job by Moreno, knocking him out, down.
Luke Miles back in the starting lineup for Vanderbilt for the first time since January 24th. He wastes no time in impacting this game.
I love the confidence number 2 in Black plays with. He is always a motivator for his team and inspires them on the offensive end.
Here's a look at the starting 5 for Kentucky, including Yelovich, who finds Aberdeen. Back to Chandler in the corner, and he hits his second opportunity. He's one of the best in the league, 46% from deep in SEC play.
Well, that's a short closeout by Miles. You have to know your personnel. Make 5 and white, put the ball on the deck.
The ultra valuable A.K. Okereke gets it back from Nickel. He's working on Yelovich. Okereke with a fadeaway. Good. Another board for Moreno. Here's Chandler. Chandler was on a tear from deep, but he had a really poor second half in the loss against Auburn last week. And connects on this one. 2 threes in the first 2 minutes for Colin Chandler.
And that starts with the paint touch by Aberdeen, who is growing before our eyes as one of the best point guards in the league.
Stolen away by Oweh. Buckle up. A great burst in the first 2.5 minutes for this much maligned Kentucky team that has lost 3 of its 4 coming into today. Miles may have gotten away with a shuffle. 9 to shoot for Vandy. Okereke, another one.
And then you'll see the Oweh dunk. He can jump passing lanes. Coach Byington told us, they said, look, when Oweh gets the ball in a steal and transition, but they're the ones that are more safely in. And there's a ton of teams with a lot at stake in this last week.
Yelovich splashes down his first triple, 6 early for the 6'11 Croatian.
He got off a lot of threes in that road game at South Carolina. Didn't convert a bunch, but he is showing you he is not going to hesitate and very capable from 3. He changes their offense when he's making that shot.
Here's Tyler Tanner. He's been quiet so far, sharing time in the backcourt with Miles. Okereke out to Nickel. Sharpshooter tries to put it on the floor. Chandler Bing with the left hand. Freshman off the mark, but Washington there to help him out.
Yeah, the drive was what brought the second defender over. Nobody came down to help the helper and clean up the glass on the other end.
Oweh going to work. 18-footer good. He can score from anywhere.
And he's got to be able to make that shot as teams try to sit on the penetration, both right hand and left hand.
Tanner. Whoa, what a move! And a beautiful finish by Tyler Tanner.
Yeah, just a little ball fake, smarter than the defense.
Yelovich out to Oweh, steps into a triple. And Nickel with the board. That last play by Tyler Tanner is just a glimpse of what he can do with the ball in his hand. He is a magician. Yeah, he's listed at 6 feet. I'm not buying it, but he is an incredible finisher.
He's got great speed and pace and knows when to go into that extra gear.
From deep. Moreno on another board. 6-point Kentucky advantage early. It's only the second time in this series history that Vandy has been ranked in drop where Kentucky has it. But it's Kentucky that's delivering an early message. Colin Chandler has hit 3 triples for the Cats here early on. Okereke on a block against Yelovich, another fadeaway. Bing, the freshman. Nice move on the putback. Well, he's made some massive plays, including on the road against Tennessee, with a steal and a seal to win that one as Kentucky swept against their northern border rivals. Here's Chandler on kill. A dozen for Chandler. His career high for threes made and a half is 4. That came against Georgia and Florida. Both of those in the second half.
A month ago in Nashville, nothing could go right for the Cats to start that game, and right now nothing can go wrong thanks to Chandler.
Tanner trying to find something positive for Vandy with the kiss off the glass. You mentioned the game.
His efficiency throughout the team in the five-man lineups have gone up with 23 and White.
Aberdeen off the window for his first bucket of the game. And now Aberdeen. Owe and Moreno same side of the floor. 18-footer no good. Offensive rebound to Johnson's hands, and he finds Aberdeen for three. Aberdeen's been hot, over 50% over the last two games.
Yeah, the best time to get an open three is off an offensive rebound. Good job by Johnson being patient, finding his shooter.
Washington working on Moreno. Great defense by the freshman. And stolen away by Owe. Otega Owe again. Timeout Vanderbilt.
Him on full display, jumps the passing lane, and forget about it. I love what you said, Tom, and could lead to tough things for Vanderbilt in the half court.
That'd be a pick six on a football field, and Kentucky's already had a couple of those. Miles left his feet, found Washington, and it used every bit of the rim before going in.
But we talked a lot about Kentucky's rotation. Johnson came in the game, and it was an 8-point lead for Kentucky. And so right now he's a +5. That is a good sign to buy extra time, more minutes for some of the starters. You can't just play 5 guys 38+ minutes.
Johnson only played 8 minutes in the South Carolina game, and he was in and out of the Auburn game quickly, but that's what he can do, fill it up from deep. 6 to shoot. Always got size on him. Gives it up. Deflection by Nickel. Fadeaway three, Aberdeen. That's how the half has gone for Kentucky. Always 6'4", 220, being guarded by the 6'7" Okereke. And now inside to Moreno. Jump hook, rolls home for the freshman from Great Crossing High School just up the road in Georgetown. And he lost it on his way up. Here comes Duke Miles, 6th year in college basketball. And he gives it up, and a nice finish by A.K. Okereke.
Okereke, really a glue guy for this Vanderbilt team, does so much on the defensive end, offensively. He can be a primary ball handler for you, whatever you need.
Mouse in the house when things have moved at a slower pace, although today has been a bit messy.
Well, and having Miles back in the lineup, they've got 2 fast guards as he gets a bucket there.
See what kind of run Vandy has. What a beautiful feed from Miles, and nice positioning by Jalen Washington's got a half dozen. Aberdeen to Moreno to Chandler. Great ball movement, and Chandler for three again. And a glance back at the Vanderbilt bench.
Staring, and says, oh my gosh, I just left Chandler, who does a great job being patient, pump fakes.
What a start to this game for Chandler. Well, he loses Nickel on the screen, and announcer Jinx gets him. Tyler Nichols' first bucket. Worked on this a lot in shoot-around last night. Owe collects the lob and is able to finish. And McLaughlin finally collects this one. Vandy trails by 15, looking for a surge. It's Duke Miles for three. Miles chasing Chandler now. Aberdeen for three. Got it.
And Coach Byington said that's what you can't let Aberdeen do, is let him just walk into threes and go under ball screens. You got to extend up if you're going to switch.
Leads back to 19. What a turnaround from Vandy's dismantling of Kentucky and Memorial last month. And now Okereke with a triple. He's made 6 of his last 9 from 3. Moreno loses it. Another rip for Tyler Tanner, who's 9th in the country in steals. And Nichols' 12-footer goes home.
See if that can get him going, but Kentucky.
And to Dane's point earlier in the broadcast, he came here as a 2-guard and then was a hybrid for a little while before the injury to Jalen Lowe finally took him out. Chandler again. Again after a monster first half with a guy in a Pope outfit watching. Colin Chandler taking. Nickel, quick release. Got it.
Oh, that's hand down, man down.
Moreno late in the shot clock. Lost it, regathers, and gets it. How are your vocal cords after that? Your
They're
left
terrible.
or right?
I was trying to call like play 5. I was like, 5, 5.
Little
Back of the
shot.
choir, is that what you said?
Yeah, change rows. Tanner frustrated early, settled into the role as a point guard coming off of a national championship season. And he's really produced lately. Owe goes one-on-one with a turnaround.
And it sure does help when you can have a guy that you can just get the ball to and say, everybody clear out, let him make a play.
Everybody in the building saw a walk. Tyler Tanner saw an opportunity. Now he's got a dozen for the first time. Kentucky solves it easily. Diabate! And it takes a victory lap before falling.
Like, nah, you're just trying to hide it.
This day and age, somebody would have had a cell phone out. You would have been either proven right or wrong. A strong move by Owe. Chandler, man of the hour. And with the left-hand push.
A very similar play to Aberdeen. He put the defender on his back, waited for his big man to just plug up the lane, and gets an easy 2. Similar action, same result.
Tanner high off the glass.
Starting to be a little bit of a pickup game at this point. Nobody making much progress.
Moreno. Old school. Here's Zoe again. Tanner was waiting in the passing lane. Well, Tanner was surprised he was open.
Looking like a tournament team, picking up another big quad 1 win to add to their resume. And when you look at the eye test, based on how they're playing right now in front of us, boy, this is a confident ball club. The fact that they've had to go through so much, whether it's injuries or scheduling, but this team right now, as Nickel gets another one to drop.
Even better than their season average, and all is well for a day in the Bluegrass as Mark Pope and the Cats going to win in their penultimate home.